grade 6. Today we will take the second lesson in unit 4, which is the random experiment. What is the meaning of random experiment? Let's see here. I have a jar and I have 3 white balls in it with the same size. Okay, so if I close my eye and take one, do I know which one I take? Of course, because all of them are similar. So this can't be a random experiment. What is the meaning of random? Random, to have different colored or different some things with have the same volume but with different colors here. Okay, so I don't know which one I'll be certainty choose. Okay, so here if I close my eye and choose one, I don't know which color I choose it. Okay, so this is the meaning of random experiment. The experiment which I know all the outcomes of it, but I can't predict which one certainly I choose, okay, or I carried out. So here, this is the meaning of random experiment. I have another thing which is sample space. Sample space is all the outcomes, Here, what are all the outcomes? White, green, and blue. These are all the outcomes, so this is called the sample space. Another one, if I have a coin, all of you know the coin, if I tossed it, okay? So what are the outcomes? It will be head and tail. Okay. Why I put prices? Because this is a set. Sample space is a set that contains all the possible outcomes. Okay? Do you know the cube? This is the die, okay? And the other faces here 1, 2, 3, and the other faces 4, 5, and 6. Okay, this is a die. So the outcomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If I have 2 coins, and I tossed them together, what are the possible outcomes? Here I have both of them are tails. Maybe the first tail and head. Again. Okay, head and tail. And the last outcome, head and head. So maybe both of them are tails, or both of them are head, or the first one tail and the second head, or the first one head and the second tail. These are all the possible outcomes that I have. Let's see some questions here in page 102. Okay. If I have, in page 101, if I have 2 and 3, these are 2 digits and I want to know all the possible numbers that I can form, okay, from these two digits. So it can be 23 or 32 or yes 22 or 33. These all the possible outcomes from these two digits, okay? In page 102, okay, the exercises, I want to do it with you, okay? With the random experiment, you have to write here the definition of the random experiment, which is random experiment. It's an experiment in which we can determine all its possible outcomes before carrying it. But we can't predict in certainty which of these outcomes will occur when the experiment is carried out. Okay, the definition in page 100 to follow me. Okay, and also the sample space, you have to write the definition of sample space, which is in page 101, the set of all possible outcomes for random experiment. Question 2, if the random experiment is tossing a coin 2 consecutive times. 2 consecutive times is like if you have 2 coins and you tossing them together, okay? It's the same idea. So it will be the same here, tail, 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 head. Sorry, it's together, it's one element. Tail, 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 head. Also here, head, tail, and head, head, okay? The next one, if the random experiment is visiting one of your relatives to know the gender of the child produced by his wife, write the sample space of this experiment. What are the, here the gender means the kind of the baby. So here, what is the sample space will be? Boy and girl. In the random experiment of tossing a coin 2 consecutive times to know the appearance phase, write the sample space. It's, I think we do it. It's the same, by the way. Okay, it's this number 4 is the same as number 2. No, in number 2, if the random, I'm looking for the difference between them. Here, yes, in random, in number 2, the random experiment is tossing a coin 2 consecutive times under the condition appearance of a head only. So here, when he put a condition for me, so I'll cancel anyone has tail. Anyone has tail. Here, all the possible outcomes. So I cancel the tail, so it will be only head, head. So number 2, this is the solution of number 2, which is head, head only. But number 4, it's as we do it, okay, all the possible outcomes of it. Number 5, in the experiment of selecting a ball from a box contains 3 red balls, 4 yellow balls, all of them are equal in volume. Observing the color of the selected ball, write the sample space of this experiment. Okay, so here I don't care about the numbers. I'm only write the colors. Okay, red, right? Yes, red and yellow only. Okay. In the experiment of tossing a die under the condition, the number of dots on the upper face is an odd. Write the sample space. Okay, if I want the odd only, so it will be 1, 3, and 5. The last question. In the experiment of tossing a die under the condition, the sum of the dots on the upper 2 faces is 7. So let's see. Here, I write it here. Okay, when the 1 and 6 give me 7, if I write it, I can't write it 1, 6, because it will be 16. And if I write it 1, 6, so this will be an element, and this is different element. So I'll put them between brackets here like this to know that this is an element. Okay, this is an element. Okay, 1 and 6, comma, to write the next element. Okay, 2 and 5, again 3 and 4. I think you understand everything now. It's clear. So by this question, we have finished all the ideas and all the questions in this lesson. It's very simple and easy. No calculations at all. You have to know only the definition of random experiment, the definition of sample space, and how you write any sample space of any experiment, or a sample space of any experiment. Okay. The calculations will be in the probability, the next lesson, inshallah. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and goodbye.